Yes, well, as soon as I saw what your mission was, I was very called to support you because I actually have firsthand experience working in Hollywood for over 10 years, seeing the foreign influence from countries like the CCP coming in and actually buying the Hollywood media companies, buying the newspaper publications. You know that Forbes magazine is actually owned by a company in Hong Kong. They own TikTok, they own our social media platforms, they own our movie studios, they own every piece of content that Americans consume, and I've watched them single-handedly. I've heard firsthand, frontline experience, seeing that money come in and seeing the narrative and the type of content that Americans are being exposed to change because of the CCP's control. And that's why I wanted to come on here to bring some awareness, because people that even work at these movie studios don't even know the deals that the people higher up are making. And I tried to expose it, and I was canceled. I was kicked out of the industry. And that's part of what led me to create the company that I have today, where we support independent creators. We make our own content, we support people, and we are looking to create content for our own platforms. And I just want to create awareness, first of all, of the dangers of how and why that money is coming in. They own our real estate. CCP is buying real estate in our country. They're buying our banks. They're buying our movie studios and our social media platforms. And they're using that to control. They're basically using the best parts of America, capitalism and freedom, to perpetuate their negative mission and to destroy our freedoms. All freedom around the world is their goal for total control and domination. So first, I wanted to create awareness of why that's happening. And a lot of people think that what they're seeing on television and what they're seeing in the media news is the real news. I always say, follow the money. If the story looks weird, if the news suddenly changed, if Forbes magazine gets bought by a company in Hong Kong and the next day they write only bad stories about Donald Trump, see through that.
Thank you so much. And you know what? I have a very important question. You know, the CCP has launched a new federal state of China and anti-Mr. Guo Wengui's campaign in this country. It's run by the Wall Street Journal, by Mother Jones, by Vice Media. And how many American people in your mind would actually believe in their story? Or how many people would know that it's paid by the CCP's money? It's CCP's propaganda in this country.
Well, one of the very sad things is that probably more than 60% of people believe this fake news because it's from credible platforms. The CCP has done an incredible job of infiltrating our media, and now they're playing a long game information warfare. Wars are not fought with tanks and bombs anymore. It's fought with TikTok, with Forbes magazine, with social media and films, and they're doing an amazing job of infiltrating. But as Americans and as people from China that want to gain their rights back and get their lives and their freedoms and their human rights back, we have to be able to inform people, create awareness that this is happening. And not only that, we have to create our own platforms. And the reason I started my company, Glazers Media, was to give people a platform and a voice that don't want to support these Hollywood studios, that don't want to support these news studios with the fake news, and put their own books out, their own TV shows and their own films out. And as the audience, if you want to take action and you want to make America a better place and save our rights and save our freedoms, you need to, first of all, be smart enough to be able to identify these infiltrated news outlets and content creators, and you need to support the creators, independent creators like yourself and like the people that use our company to tell their stories, and they need to vote with their wallets and support the money, because wherever the money goes, the attention flows.
Absolutely. So for all of our viewers, please follow this guy, Glazer Media, and also support all the independent producer and the media production people who's independent of the Chinese Communist Party. You know what? In America, there's actually a law. It's called the FARA, Foreign Agent Registration Act. It was enacted by the Congress in 1938 to stop the Nazis' propaganda and disinformation campaign in this country. And then the DOJ has not, enforcing this law against all the American media companies, all the American law firms and the PR companies and lobbying companies and the movie production companies in Hollywood. So I think I urge the DOJ should enforce this Foreign Agent Registration Act against all the people who have been paid and owned by the CCP in this country. It's almost in every industry. Your story resonating with ours. We are in this all together. That's why we must work together to take down the Chinese Communist Party.
I think the reason it's so important for people people like you and I to meet on the level and to communicate like this is because you've experienced firsthand what the CCP's mission is and how much it hurts the majority of people. It's only very good for the small people at the top, for the Wall Street banks, and for the very small group of elites that's benefiting from it at the cost of millions and maybe even billions of people. And I think it's so important for people that who experienced it to share their story with people from America who still have a chance to fight back.
In this country that is benefiting hugely from keeping the CCP in power.
Yes.
And we, the people, the majority, we need to take them down because the CCP is not only destroying our life, but yours and your children's.
Yes.